Hello everyone, Bertina Amy here, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would do a Daiso DIY flower basket or sconce. So today I thought I would take you through my local Daiso store. And they have a ton of really cute, really pretty Valentine's Day themed stickers and baggies, gems and heart-shaped cutouts, and various stationery. They have tons of items that you can decorate with wall decals and clothespins. For doll collectors, mini furniture, and the bathtub is absolutely awesome. Then for the DIYer, different sizes of boxes with windows, kind of like the shadow box, wire baskets, collapsible stools in at least 3 different shades, and these wire basket under the shelf type situation. I don't know what they're called. Let me know in the comments below. They let you try out their different markers, so I don't know the quality of them, but you can see that they have pads of paper for you to test them out. And the general rule of thumb in the store is that if it's not marked, it's otherwise expected to be $2.25. And I've never seen this many adorable erasers in one spot in my life, but let me know what you think in the comments below. And their sticker collection is just ridiculous. There's so many, and they have lots of pretty things like gemmed ones and regular stickers, blank stickers, very cute different stickers that you're not going to find at the Dollar Tree. Various colors of masking tape, as they call them. They look a lot like washi tape to me, but I haven't tried them out, so I don't know their quality. And finally, for today's project, 2 of these flower hanging baskets. And they even have a self-checkout. Next, let's see what I make with these flower hanging baskets. So from Daiso, I picked up 2 of these flower hanging baskets because I thought together they would make 2 separate, really beautiful sconces. And if you've been following my channel for a little while now, you'll know that I really want to ribbon wrap these. And as I looked at it, I realized, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to do this properly because there's an even amount of parallel bars. So I had to pivot and decided to only ribbon wrap the outer edges. So I go ahead and take this last roll of black burlap ribbon completely off the spool and fold it in half and cut it. Then with half of the ribbon, I go ahead and fold it in half both ways, and I grab one of these flower hanging baskets and decide to turn it upside down so I can ribbon wrap the sides. So the folded half, the part where it's folded twice, I'm actually trying to wrap it around the top bar. And then I manipulate both ends that are wrapped around to face me, and then make sure that the ribbon going towards the left goes under the bar and around and over, and the other part of the ribbon is going over the bar on the right, around and under, and then crossing over in the middle with right over left and repeating that pattern until I get to the bottom. Then I realized that it actually made more sense to stop it at not the very bottom, but the secondary bottom. I don't know if that makes sense, but basically there's 2 parallel bars towards the bottom of this piece, and I go for the closest one and stop there because it doesn't seem to want to wrap correctly if I go all the way down, and I'm okay with this because I can always cover it up with something else for the bottom. And I don't know why, but I'm really getting like lampshades with these, so either way I go ahead and do that and then cut off the excess and glue the excess at the back. I hope that makes sense. Then I repeat the same steps for the last 2 parallel bars on the left side of this upside down flower hanging basket. So I originally used the excess of the first half of the ribbon for this left side, and I have this scrap bit of black ribbon from a previous project that I thought I would extend because I wasn't able to finish wrapping it around, and I really didn't need that much of it, but I had more than enough of this scrap stuff, so I go ahead and attach it with hot glue and in the folding position, and then just continued wrapping until I was able to glue it to the back. Okay, so from my last Hobby Lobby shopping spree, I had picked up this sort of cream-colored looking gauze table runner. And again, it was on sale originally, and so I didn't pay even the $7.99, and I also had a gift card from my brother-in-law. So I thought that the way to at least wrap around these, I don't have to repeat the ribbon wrapping method I usually use, but I wanted to cover up these black bars as best as I could, and also, just to make it look almost like an option for a possible wall sconce. Even in editing this video, I'm actually thinking about redoing the way I wrapped this but I will say that doing it a second time, even on camera, that this was better than even the first original time, because I thought, well, if I want to use this where the flat part or panel, if you will, of this hanging basket is, going to be against the wall, then I thought it would make sense to zip tie one end to one side or whatever, and then just start wrapping it around in the way that I think makes the most sense. I want to make sure that the material just, covers up a lot of these bars, but also it allows some light to show through if you wanted to put like a puck light within it or something like that. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what makes the most sense. And I also need to make sure that I have enough for both of these, as when I finished it off, I realized there's not enough for the other half of this piece or whatever. If you wanted this to be a set, or the way you put these together, there's just so many ideas I have in my head for this. I will actually show you what that could look like later on in this video. So here I'm just taking this metal round, came from a pack of magnets from Dollar Tree, and I'm using it to glue to a thin piece of wood round, where I glue the wood round inside of the flower basket, the furthest inside of it. Then of course I add the light inside. So here it is as a flower basket. I have my bouquet for my wedding sitting inside it. And here it is with the lights off and on as a sconce. Let me know in the comments below which of these is your favorite. Did you know that I am currently selling personally designed t-shirts based off of my upcoming book, The Cancer Dragon? Here I'm unboxing some orders from coworkers who I'm very grateful to for supporting my mission. If you were to ask me honestly, the idea for this logo came from my DIY Cancer Dragon wreath. My husband bought me a shirt once that said, "I kicked cancer's ass," but because of where I work, HR would have had a hissy fit over that, so I decided to design my own. To me, there's something to be proud of in becoming a Cancer Dragon Slayer, and I really hope my journey inspires you. I never planned on designing shirts for this, but as I kept creating and finding ways to express my life story, it just happened. I thought to myself, who else might love a shirt like this? On the back, the sayings are made for slayers, warriors, supporters, and even for honoring lost warriors. These shirts were created with all of you in mind, and I was so happy with the design that I wanted to make it available for anyone who feels connected to this journey. Okay, so here's the cover so far for my upcoming book. The basic gist of it is, I became diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, got pregnant during fertility treatments, refused to abort, despite my doctor's warnings that I'd die at birthing my child. For book updates or to support me, scan the code or click the link below. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.